I remember telling myself as I waited for the bus, I am going to film everything and make a good video about this. Well, it did not really turn out like that. It was our 10-day survey camp, lots of rain and so much to do. I hardly managed to film anything and the video never came to be. That was how my third year as a civil engineering student at Pulsuk campus started. That only seemed like a sign of what the year was going to look like. With the onset of a new year, I was motivated to work on my goals and improve myself. I told myself that this time, next year, when I looked back, I would be proud of the year I had. My intention was to become more disciplined, build better willpower, and work more on myself. Despite all the commitments, I could see no visible improvement in the beginning. I lacked any form of consistency, overthinking, procrastination, and lowered self-esteem. A good change of scenery was when I got to go on a hike with some close friends of mine. It felt refreshing internally. Physically, it was very tiring. As I look for clips to make this video, I'm surprised at how little I documented this semester. The sky was often beautiful, but the monsoon was nearing. For some reason, my mood and energy were frequently off. With over half of the 4-year journey done, the intent remained the same: to do better. The past couple of semesters have had a recurring pattern. Slow start to the semester, a bit of fun in between, then all at once, piles of assignments, tests, lots of anxiety and trying to keep up. Exhausting exams and a welcome break. The same pattern this time too, and I was in a position I did not like being in, again. Looking back at the stuff I did then, I relied too much on motivation, which is a resource that is not always available. What I needed was a system, maybe even a routine, and the consistency to keep that going. I set goals, but I did not have solid systems, and hence, another mediocre semester. Then came my favorite time of the year, the Dasai and Tihar vacation. After having to stay away from home during other times, this part had become more special. Most days were spent either relaxing or doing household chores. Some days were spent playing cricket. There were days spent going to nearby places and many hours watching matches and shows I enjoy. Around this time, I started getting a little worried about the future because I was closer to the end than the beginning and I still had so many issues to get right. After some pleasingly good weeks at home, the 6th semester began. This time I set some pretty ambitious goals. The seasons gone by had not been so good, and I was intent on making the nearing ones different. While keeping my focus on my goals, I tried to make the time enjoyable. Every day, on my way to the campus, I reminded myself of the goals. And it was going well. Very quickly, I developed a liking for Tuesdays because we had communication English classes on that day. which were mostly fun to be in. The first one was notably memorable, not only because of how badly I did, but also because of the interesting things that happened in between. I tried to prioritize consistency this time. There was a good phase when I was filming regularly and making videos of my life as an engineering student. I even stopped snoozing. When I heard the alarm, I told myself, if you fail to get up right now, you fail the entire day. And that thought got me getting up every morning on the first ring. However, there were times filled with moments of questioning myself for my lack of effort, thinking about how all this came to be, and frustration. Sometimes I looked at myself and saw what others were doing, and the feeling of falling further behind took over me. There was this fear that things would get worse. Self-talk was crucial during those times. I tried to collect myself, told myself that everything would go well, and moved forward. Experiences were teaching me to take better control over myself, my emotions, thoughts and actions. And the same old problems were still bothering me. Friction was there. I tried to go against it. Sometimes I did well, sometimes I did not. Not every day was a total success. And I understand that it is life. Not everything goes the way we want. The last 3 months were all a blur. Things moved on so fast. But there are some moments that I still vividly remember. That included our 3-day tour of irrigation and drainage engineering. I still share with others the story of how some of my friends were abandoned by the bus and how our bus needed to be repaired midway later on. At the end of every year, I'm excited for the things to come. A bit of nervousness too, but this time I was filled with another emotion, gratitude. There was this realization that the next year would be the final year with every one of us together. Despite things not going as expected for me, I feel fortunate that I get to share so many memories and lessons with such a wonderful group. I'm grateful for those who inspire and encourage everyone around them to learn and do better. I'm thankful for just being here. Bye bye.